So yeah, beautiful people, it's your mentor Dumela JPY here, and welcome to another YouTube video with me, where we are going to be doing Monday market breakdown sessions. Right, on today's session we are going to be breaking down US30, gold, GBP NZD, and a bit of USD CHF. So hope you guys enjoyed this session, and please make sure that you hit that like button, you subscribe, and hit that notification bell then, so that every single time guys I drop content, you can be notified, right? And do not forget that if you want educational content, make sure that you hit the link below on the description section for the free Telegram group for quality analysis and quality signals. Let's get it, good people. So yeah guys, the first index that we are going to be dealing with is US30. So for those of you guys that have been following me, we know that US30 has been on a bullish structure, which means that one of the opportunities that we strictly look for is buying opportunities, right? And then how do we see that? We see that price is on an impulse correction, big impulsive movement, a strong correctional movement, an impulse correction, which means we're looking for an impulsive movement to the upside. So this was the first area that we looked for our buying opportunity from, right? So this was the first area that we looked for our buying opportunity from. So we are going to refer to it as what? As our point of interest. So this is the first area that we are going to be referring to as what? As our first point of interest, because of this is where we caught our buys to the upside to come and eliminate that high, right? And then, like I said, the low before the demand is what? It's inducement, right? So this is our inducement, making everything what that is below here our internal range liquidity, right? Internal range liquidity is basically all the lows that price have created above the premium area that will not hold, right? So which means that's where you see false demand area. So this is where most of you guys will be looking for buying opportunities, right? As you guys can see that there's a form of respect, push to the upside, takes you out. Form of respect, push, take you guys out, right? Form of respect, push, take you guys out. And then price will be tapping into the main demand area and impulsing to the upside. So this is where you see most traders do what? Take 5 losses before they win a single trade, right? So right now, guys, it's 2024. You guys should be aware of these things. Okay, moving on. What is it that we can see? We can see that price goes to the upside to do what? To eliminate this high. Make this high what? Making this high here a weak high. So this high here, once it becomes a weak high, this means that now price will then correct to the downside to come and tap into our demand area before impulsing to the upside to come and eliminate that high then. So if you move to your hourly time frame, this is where we managed to find what? This is where we managed to find our demand area. So this is where we managed to find our demand area. So our demand area was somewhere around this area here. So let me just show you guys. So this is the demand area that we used, right, to look for our buying opportunities. And then moving back to our daily time frame, price tapped into our demand area, and then we're then looking for those buying opportunities to the upside. So this will be our point of interest. Now, what can we see? We see that price impulse correction, which means we're looking for an impulsive movement, which means price is ranging in between this high and this low. This is what we refer to as what? As a range. So this area here is a range. Price is ranging in between a high and a low. Why? Because the price has not yet eliminated this high, nor this low here. And then if you change this guy here to high and low, we can see that, okay, at this area here, we have what? The premium area, discounted phase of the market, and the equilibrium. Like I said, equilibrium, that's where we experience a price reaction and rejection. Hence why price has been playing around within this area here. So now, what we want to do, like I said, we are currently on what? On a minor structure or in passive wave. We are only going to be looking for buying opportunities to push price to the upside to come and eliminate that high there, right? Now, let's check where we can look for those buying opportunities. So now if you are on a 5-hour time frame, you would see that we had what? A big impulsive movement, correctional phase impulse, and then this will become what? A correction, and then you're going to have an impulsive movement to go and do what? Like I said, our goal is to come and eliminate that high there. Okay, so now let's mark our areas. Like I said, this is what? This is our weak high. This is our weak high, and then this will also act as what? As our strong low. And that will act as our strong low. So if that's our weak high and that's our strong low, what does that mean? This means that price is ranging in between this high and that low, right? So this is our range. So since well, this is our range, by now, like I said on the previous time frame, that when you see price at the equilibrium, you'll see price reacting and rejecting, right? If you extend this line to this side here, you'll see that price reacted and rejected within this phase of the market here. So the premium area, like I said, that's where you see what supply being active, but supply is only active where on a downtrend, which means on an uptrend, the safest thing that you can do as a trader is to make sure that you strictly look for buying opportunities when price is at the discounted, because that's where price is cheap, right? Now, moving on. Okay, but before you move on, here's the tricky part, right? On a 45 minutes time frame, in a 45 minutes time frame, there was a demand area found here, right? There was a demand area found here. So this demand area here, it's the 50%, right? It's the 50% what? It's the 50% of the whole trend, which means it's the equilibrium demand area. But here's the tricky part. I do not advise most traders to go for what? For the equilibrium entry points, because of price of supply and demand, they are both equal. You cannot look for any opportunities within that area. But one of the things that can be done is this. So let's go back to our 5-hour time frame. What I have learned about the equilibrium phase of the market is that since our price, impulse, correction, impulse, right? When price comes to the equilibrium, it will tap into equilibrium, go up to look for a supply area there on the premium area, and then push to the downside to come and respect what? To come and respect our demand area found on. We'll go look for a proper one, right? On the discounted phase of the market, right? Because this candlestick is too huge. We're gonna look for that drop to the discounted phase where price is cheap. Okay. Hope you guys are with me. Hope you guys are still with me. Hope you guys are still with me. Now, what I want us to do is that I want us to shift time frames now, right? We're gonna leave this demand the way it is, and then now we're gonna shift time frames. So let's go to our 2-hour time frame. When we get to our 2-hour time frame, we can all see that okay, we can use this area here as what? As our point of interest. This will be our point of interest. So this will be our point of interest. So now what does that mean? This means that the low before the point of interest acts as what? It acts as our inducement, right? It acts as our inducement. It acts as our inducement. So since all that low will be our inducement, this makes this high here a weak high, right? Like I said, as you guys can see here that okay, when price was pushing to the downside, price left us with this supply area here, right? So price left us with this supply area here. It has been tested twice. It has been tested twice, and we can see what has happened since our price has tested it twice. It tested, crashed, tested, now still pushing to the downside. So from my side, what I can see is that price will have to come and eliminate this low here. Like I said, these areas are just what their internal range liquidity. Price has to come and eliminate each one of them and then tap into a real demand area and then push to the upside to go and eliminate that high. So for those of you guys that are interested in trading US30, at the moment, the only form of opportunities that you can look for is selling opportunities, depending on your style of trading, right? Look for those selling opportunities. So for trend line traders, you know that you're going to be using the type of format, right? You're going to be using this type of format to look for your selling opportunity. Fill price, that's what fill price respects your this main demand, and then we are going to be looking for those impulsive movement. But do not make that mistake of looking for buying opportunities, selling opportunities within this area here. Why? Because of price will be on a bullish structure and on an impulsive movement or a minor structure. So looking for selling opportunities on a buying structure, it's genuine, like applying for that. And then moving on to let's check what we can analyze actually. Let's go check GBP NZD. All right, let's go check GBP NZD. So GBP NZD on a daily time frame, what is it that we can see on GBP NZD? So on GBP NZD, we can see that okay, price has been impulsing to the upside, right? Price has been bullish. So with price being bullish like this, let's check something on 18-hour time frame actually. Just wanted to confirm everything. Okay, price has been bullish. How do we see that? We have what? An impulse, correction, impulse. We currently doing what? Correcting to the downside. which means we are going to be looking for those movements to the upside. What does that mean? This means that, okay, this high here becomes what? This high here becomes a weak high. This high here becomes our weak high. And then this low here becomes what? This low here become our strong low, right? This low here become our strong low, right? And then moving on, what does this mean? This means that, okay, now we are going to be targeting that higher high here, right? We are going to be targeting this. We are going to be targeting this higher high. So this is the high that we are going to be targeting, right? So now what is it that you can see? I'm sure you guys should be able to know this now. This is our inducement. This is our inducement, right? And then this will definitely be what? This will definitely be our demand area. This will definitely be our POI. So this will be our point of interest. So this will definitely be what? This will definitely be our point of interest, right? So that will actually be our point of interest. So this is the area that we are going to be looking for buying opportunities from. And then what are we looking for? Those buying opportunities to do what? To go and eliminate that high, right? So this is basically a clean and simple analysis, guys, right? It's just a clean and simple analysis that I believe that everyone can be able to mark out, right? So just put your buy limit here, stop loss with your put your buy limit, and then calculate your risk. After calculating your risk, make sure that you set your I don't know what you do. You execute, you set an alert, or you use buy limit or sell limit, and wait for price to come tap you in. Right. So this is a GBP and the D type of setup, right, that we have at the moment. And then moving on, let's go check gold actually. Let's go check Shao gold. So gold, guys, I don't know. Gold has been consolidated, right? Gold has been on a consolidation area, right? Gold has been on a consolidation phase of the market, right? Consolidation. Gold has been on a consolidation phase of the market. So this means that, okay, it hasn't had any direction. Some of you guys call it a sideways. Some of you guys call it a range, whatever that you call it, but we refer to this as a consolidation. So this means that price, what it has been doing is that, let's just mark out our areas, right? Let's just mark out our areas. And then let's bring this guy here. Right. As you guys can see that what has been happening with price is that at the equilibrium, like I said, reaction and rejection most of the time within the markets, as you guys can see. And then what I have seen is that when price enters the premium area, as you guys can see, this is the first, second, price does what? It pushes to the downside, which means where there's high amount of surplus pushes price to the downside. If you have shortage pushes price to the upside, right? And then now we are currently here within this phase of the market. So an area that we are going to be looking for our buying opportunity, it's going to be this area here. So that's the area that, let me go check on a daily time frame, right? 3-day time frame, just to look for a demand area that we can use as what? As our form of entry level. So 20-hour time frame. So for gold, it was difficult for us to identify the specific area that we wanted to use as our demand area. So 18-hour. I'm just going to be checking throughout all the time frames. So do you guys see how difficult it is for us sometimes to look for the specific demand or supply or our point of interest, right? Okay, this is the one that we are going to be using, right? So this is the area that we are going to be using as what? As our entry level. So moving back to our daily time frame. So what is it that I'm expecting? I'm looking for price to do what? To impulse, to correct to the downside, come tap me in, and then impulse to the upside to come and eliminate that high, right? So most of you guys, I'm sure you managed to catch, there was a sell that price created here, right? So, but firstly, let's mark out everything properly. So this will be our inducement. Inducement. So this will be our inducement. This will be our point of interest. Right? This will be our point of interest. And then as by now, you know, weak high and a higher high, right? So this is the higher high that you want to take out. This will be the higher that we're all gonna focus on taking out, right? So what is it that we can see? Going back to this consolidation that we saw within the markets, right? Like I said, I normally refer to anything that is on a correctional phase as a B setup, which means I do not invest most of my time in trading this type of things, right? Because chance of you losing, they're very high, right? So I rather wait for the A setup, which is a buying opportunity on an overall structure following all my trading components of an A setup, right? So most of you guys, I'm sure if you move to a 12-hour or 13-hour time frame, most of you guys managed to catch there was a sell actually somewhere here, right? There was this sell here, price presented us with, right? There was this sell that price presented us with. Most of you guys managed to catch this sell. So if you caught this sell, you know that, okay, your take profit will be here, and then you're going to be placing your buy limit to go and eliminate that daily high here. So this is what we currently have on what? This is what we currently have on gold. So this is what I'm expecting on gold. This is what I'm expecting on my gold trade, right? Calculated risk, set and forget, and we are out. Nothing complicated, nothing, everything is just straightforward, man. Right? I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat everything. But there are higher chances of price doing what? There are higher chances of price doing this because there's most of you guys are gonna see that there's a break of structure, but I don't see a change of character. So which means price is still ranging in between this high and this low here. Okay, let's just say that price will come, eliminate that low, tap into our demand, and then impulse to the upside and not complicate everything. Because like I said, I do not prefer to trade this phase of the market here. I don't want to trade this phase of the market where price is correcting. That's where I took most of my losses. And after journaling, I saw that no, I was just forcing most of my trades. And the only thing that I had to do was just to patiently wait for price to come, tap into my demand area. And yeah. So moving on to NAS100, not really a fan of it, but NAS100 has been on a bullish structure, impulse, correction, big correction, and then we have an impulsive movement to the upside. So I'm not sure if price tapped us in here. Okay, price didn't tap us in here. Right, so this is the area that price had to come tap us in, but it didn't. As it's trading, it happens. I keep telling people that one of the key things that you can control is depositing cash, doing this, doing that, analyzing, but you can never control price. If price doesn't want to respect your area, it won't. If it wants to violate your area, it will. All you have to do is to have a trading edge that can help you as a trader to become profitable. Right. So as you guys can see, big impulsive movements and everything. And like I said, we had what? An impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, right? Which is this area here. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, which means we're looking for a correction and a big impulsive movement to the upside, right? And then the first interesting area that I saw actually was this one here. So let's go to our 16-hour time frame. So the first trade that I saw on NAS100 was this one here. So there's a demand area here found probably on an 8-hour or smaller time frame that most people used actually, right? So this is the demand area that most traders took their buying opportunities from, right? So this is the area that you had to look for a buying opportunity from, making this low what? Making this low here inducement. Making this low here inducement. Right, making this low here inducement. So this means that, okay, if we take our buying opportunity here, this means that, okay, this is the high that we are going to be targeting as what? As our take profit. So this means that, okay, this high here will be considered as what? Will be considered as a weak high. This high here will be considered as what? As our weak high, right? So do you see how simple this whole thing is? When you're on an uptrend, you look for buying opportunities. When you're on a downtrend, you look for selling opportunities. That's how simple this whole thing should be, right? And then, like I said, price is currently where? Price is currently above what? It's currently at the premium area. Like I said, on the premium, you are more than allowed to look for what? You are more than allowed to look for selling opportunities, right? So as you guys can see, so this can be considered as our POI. This is going to be our point of interest, right? And then one of the areas that can be considered as a buying opportunity area would be this one here, because it's below the equilibrium. And another one would be this one within this area here. But not really confident about this one because I'm not a fan of NASDAQ. USDT, yeah, but NAS. So let's check on a daily time frame. You guys will tell me in the comment section on which one do you think price will respect. The first one, this one here, or this one within this area here. Because this one is a bit clean also, especially when you use this time frame. This one was engulfed and it leaves us with a proper area here. So this will be considered as our POI, point of interest. Right. So this can be considered as a point of interest. Right. So you're going to be looking for these buying opportunities there, making this low here our inducement. And for those that took their sells, you know that this sell will probably push back to the downside and come tap us in here. Right. So guys, that's it for me. And then that's it for my market breakdown session Monday. And hope you guys enjoyed this session. Just comment below to tell me all the things that you would like me to talk about on mostly market breakdown Monday, right? The path that you want me to focus on, the indices, anything that you want me to do. I'm gonna do research if I don't understand some things. And yeah. Other than that, I, Dumelo JPY, your mentor, would like to say that I'm wishing you guys nothing but a profitable week. Focus on your growth, focus on the growth of your trading style or your trading edge, improve, and do all the necessary things, man, that needs to be done for you to become profitable. And yeah, do not forget to join the free group. The link is there on the description section. And goodbye.